Good morning, YouTube friends. I'm Jackie,
And I'm Helen.
and this is Gone Potty Gardening. But today we're just having a Gone Potty talk.
A potty talk.
Yeah,
Well, we've gone
a
potty as
clean
well.
potty talk.
Yeah.
We wondered how you all were, and we over here in Ireland, it's probably maybe the same for you, but we've had heaps and heaps of rain, and the flood is coming back in the field there, and
Yeah.
so I haven't been able to get outside. You know, I'm itching to get out there. I still haven't cleared the garden from the growing season. It's not going to take me long, I know, but I like to be kind of like prepared. Like last year, I worked all through the winter trying to prepare the garden, and I want it to be that way this year. We're thinking of next season making a little cooking area outside. I know in the outhouse we've got a long length of kitchen worktop, haven't we?
Yeah, we could put that on the potting bench, and we've got electricity and everything in the polytunnel. And yeah, we could just bring out the little hob and the pans and get everything ready and cook straight from the plot to the pan.
You don't think it might melt the polytunnel, the plastic?
No, it won't be that hot.
No, it won't be that hot. But yeah, so that'll be a little project I'll be doing. I mean, the polytunnel at the moment is that needs clearing as well. So there's lots to do. But in the colder months, I shall be out there because, like I said before, it's about 10 degrees warmer in the polytunnel than outside.
Yeah.
So it's quite pleasant, and we've got electric in there, so we can have a little radio going, and you know, it's nice. So yeah, I'm going to plan a little small area in there to be able to cook some vegetables, and yeah, all incorporating with the channel, wasn't it?
I think it was really nice when, last week we did the sweet corn, because the whole thing was making sure don't cut them until the water's boiling, having it ready, and then I had to come out and say to Jackie, right, cut, and then rush them back into the house and into the pan. Because if we've got it all set up, and I mean, if it's a nice day, there's no reason why we can't do it on the garden table. We can get the pan boiling out there and just literally just snip them off, take the outer leaves off straight in the pot. So that would be
That's
nice.
it.
That would be
Yeah.
good to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I was quite excited this week. Little things please me. And arrived this week my proper jam making pan. It's even got all the measurements on the side. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got all the measurements inside as well. And I'm going to make some more chili jam because the chili peppers are doing really well. And we've got quite a few. It's noisy, isn't it?
Yeah, you are noisy, Helen.
We've got quite a few that are ripe now, and I'll have to check there's enough because I know the ingredients. And I'll film cooking that as well because it's lovely to make and very, very simple. But I'm thinking about others as well. We've got plenty of onions, might make some onion jam and stuff like that. But I did want to have the right sort of pot for it because it just makes it easy with pouring and everything. And it's just nice to have the right stuff if you can get it. I've been managing, but the pan I used before, there's one that's the right size, but it doesn't work on an induction hob.
Oh.
Yeah. And the other that's at a push, you got to be careful it doesn't boil over. A little bit too small, whereas this is just right for the quantity that I make. And yeah, that's going to be lovely to be able to do that.
I'm supposed to have had my onions out in October, but we're only just after October. But I thought if I put them in, they're just going to rot. I mean, the beds are soaking wet. It's so wet everywhere. So I think after Monday we're due a few days of dry weather, so I'll be able to get cracking with that.
That'd be great. And I wonder, it might be worth us getting some sand just to mix in the bed so the drainage is, a little bit better. So, yeah.
So I'm going to show you, I haven't opened the packet yet, but we did order some onions. I'm also going to grow some from seed.
Yeah.
Which I do in January. And so I'll show you what's in the box.
So
Right, in with the box of onions and garlic, there's a letter, and it says that they're apologising that the autumn onions ordered are not included. Oh, they said they received a large stock of order, and unfortunately the quality was too poor to send out, and it would reflect on them, you know. So they're going to give a full refund, but I mean,
that's a shame because we really wanted to overwinter onions this year, because they bolted the other ones, didn't they? But all is not lost because they've given us a code to get them in the spring, or we can call them and you can get your money back. But they have sent out the garlic, so it'd be quite nice to look at that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got with the garlic.
I can always get some onions down the road. They sell onion sets.
For overwintering?
I think so.
Yeah, we could probably go up to the garden centre as well.
Right, so let's see in this one. Let's hope their garlic's not bad.
Well, it's looking good. So it's going to be garlic planting week, not onion planting week.
This is, if you can see that, Lautrec garlic. They're supposed to be really nice big bulbs.
Yeah, they're certainly
pinky colour.
Look good. Yeah, they smell good. They're not a pinky colour, but
is.
Oh, you got a pinky one.
Yeah, but what I'll probably do is
oh yes, they are. Have you seen it back? Lovely pinky colour.
So what I'll probably do, like why the weather's bad, and I know that I'll be planting them in the next couple of days, is I'll separate out the bulbs ready for planting, and
we'll get a nice bed.
Yeah, sometimes if you if the garlic bulbs are too small, you do end up with small garlic. But these look great, those ones. Yeah. So that's one type. We have got garlic in the freezer from this year's growing. I just froze them whole, so we are good for garlic, but we do like our garlic, don't we?
I think most meals we tend to add a bit of garlic. These ones are Provence garlic.
That sounds posh, doesn't it? Provence.
French, isn't it?
Yeah.
So try not to rattle them too much. Oh, lovely smell. And it feels like we've got about 4 there. No, 3. Is it 3 or 4?
Well, that's not a very good one. That's rotten.
Right, well, we'll tell them.
Oh, we'll have to get onto them. That's a rotten one, look.
Yeah, we're not. Oh, dear.
That's not good. That's only one, though, out of the whole lot.
Let's put it in the bag that says Provence.
But these bulbs are quite nice, look. Nice big bulbs.
Oh, they all look firm and nice.
Yeah, that one's good. They're all good. It's just that one, but we'll have to get on to them.
Yeah, they're actually really good. They're a company in Ireland, and they're very, very good. So anything with the order, no problem at all.
Yeah, so that's that. But it's a bit disappointing for them, isn't it, for not to be able to send out customer orders.
I think so. And I mean, actually it's completely changed things, because the whole focus has been, as soon as this stormy weather has gone, get the onions in. And I mean the garlics, of course, but they were just a part of it. But a big part has changed now, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's still not too late.
No, we'll be all right if we can get them in this week. But the whole thing has got to be about preparing the onion bed. And I mean, obviously the bed needs preparing anyway, but so that's a little bit disappointing, but anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah, I'll have a look online, see if there's anywhere else. But also, like I say, I will grow some from seed, so it's not all is lost.
No, definitely not. And I'm really pleased with what's happening with the hydroponics as well. As you know, I set up the aero garden thing, and I've got lots of little baby lettuces growing now.
That's cute.
I mean, some fresh food. I mean, I don't know about hydroponics. You kind of like, I love the idea that all the nutrients come from the soil, the dirt that's been naturally broken down. But it does mean we get our own lettuce and not relying on the supermarket all year round, or in the winter anyway, grow them outside in the summer. Yeah. So one of the things that I've been thinking about lately is how lucky we are. Because with what's happening with the pandemic and everything, and I know we're probably sick of hearing it, but is about surviving lockdown and in 2018, I was working and flying all over the world, and you know, it was a really sort of exciting but very exhausting job that I was doing. And I became ill. I had some neurological problems and chest problems as well. And I had to stop all the flying, and I, you know, wasn't very well. So I went from being incredibly active to being at home. And so things had to change. And it reminds me with lockdown how that's been the case with other people, how suddenly their work has stopped and they've had to reevaluate their lives. And so I had to do that in 2018, but prior to that, Jackie was developing the small holding and the vegetable growing and the animals and everything. So, you know, Jackie's kind of carried on and adapted with me being at home and everything. But it does make you think, doesn't it?
I didn't used to like it though when you was away.
No.
It was all right for a while, you know, and then you used to think, oh, you know, because it wasn't, sometimes it was more. It was when you went to Australia, it was away for about, what, a few weeks?
3 to 4 weeks usually, yeah, when you include all your flights and everything. And
so now I've had to get used to her being at home.
I know, she's done very well, really. Probably you need some therapy, but but I mean, talking about that, you know, the big thing is mental health, isn't it? And what's going on there?
It's your printer.
Oh, the printer's decided to do its recharge function or something. But yeah, the whole thing is about how we're looking after our mental health. And I think it's brilliant that people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And also how their lives are changing. And a lot of people are starting to look to living their life the way we are. Oh, one of the dogs.
Hello.
What's going on there? I don't think they like us talking about mental health. Definitely not Benny the Chihuahua. Anyway, so I think it's wonderful because even people who have worked many years in a specific profession, and I've come across a few doctors lately and veterinary surgeons and lawyers and people in the professions where they've trained for many, many years, who have literally had a rethink and are starting to think, well, I've put my training in, I've put my years in, I've done good work, and now it's all different. What do I really love to do?
Yeah.
And a lot of them are finding ways that, so long as they can survive and thrive with, you know, financially, actually doing what they love, turning to completely different areas of life, like doing more art, doing gardening, living in the country instead of being, you know, a city bunny and everything.
I mean, some people love the city, don't they?
Absolutely, they thrive on,
you know,
the hustle and the bustle, and the multicultural aspect is wonderful, and I enjoyed it at the time. But now I like the quiet life. And I'll tell you something that's really interesting is a lot of people, if you like, are finding that what they love to do is what they loved to do when they were a child.
Yeah.
So if they liked to paint, if they liked to colour, if they liked to write poetry, you know, if they liked to plant seeds and watch them grow, and we all used to do those little seed packets on the paper towel and stuff like that. Kind of like going back to your inner child, isn't it? Which we've spoken of in a previous video, but I think it's really important that we have balance in life.
But I also think that for you people that are watching us, if you can't get into the garden, you can't go to your, I don't know, some class outside, you can't travel very far or do anything, it's, you know, it's so important to feed your soul, to find something that really makes you happy. You know, we are in this, we have to be in this pandemic, but there is something out there for you. There's something, you know, we've got online. It's not like years ago when the war was on. I wasn't alive then, but
Nor was I.
no, but they must have really struggled. They had big families, didn't they?
Well, of course, they were encouraged then, weren't they, when you had rationing? They were encouraged to grow your own food, weren't they?
Yeah.
So, and interestingly, they discovered that cardiac health was much better then
Yeah.
because they weren't having processed foods. They were growing their own foods and eating fresh foods. And they weren't overeating as well. I mean, things like butter were restricted, weren't they? You only got so much, and meat, and the things linked to their finding that are linked more to poor cardiac sort of cardiovascular health were in short supply during rationing days, and so we're kind of going full circle in a way with wanting to do this.
But the thing is, what's different, obviously it's different. We've got all this technology now, we're being asked to stay at home with technology. We're not hungry. Well, some people are, there probably are people that are hungry and worried. But, we've got everything these days. We can go online and watch a film and
Yeah,
we can do
we
all
have a
these
lot we
things.
can do. I mean, I really feel for the ones who are stuck in, like tower blocks with young children and are struggling to keep them occupied because they don't have gardens and big spaces and that. But they do have the technology, which is something at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So when I've done the garden, that's going to take me a few weeks. But when that's done, I'm going to be doing some wood burning projects for little signs in the garden, and I shall film them because they're very easy and it's something to do over the winter. It's really therapeutic, I think. And well, it is.
No, I was just thinking how lovely it is when you've done that wood burning that we've got all these lovely little garden signs.
Yeah, it's cute, I think.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
One thing I've learnt though from the wood burning is that I need to stain like the bit that I've burnt, not to varnish it because the weather does make it deteriorate and make it lighter.
Yeah,
so that's one thing.
We're in a very damp climate here in the west of Ireland. The amount of days of rain that we get is phenomenal, really.
You definitely, the number one tool to have in Ireland is a jet washer.
Yeah.
To get all the algae off.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you've finished the front fence, haven't you?
Yeah, but well, I haven't totally.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, it looks finished to me.
No, there's a bit more to do, but again, it's just been the weather. It's been too wet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that after this storm is blown over that we'll maybe get a dry, cold winter. I don't mind the cold at all, so it'd be nice to get out there.
Yeah, it will. It'd be very nice, yeah.
So what are you going to be up to, Helen?
Oh, I've got lots of web projects to be getting along with. So, they're nothing to do with plants and animals. And just focusing on those. So I'll be at the computer a lot over the next week.
Don't you?
I do. I kind of get lost into it, and at the same time I get frustrated with it. But you need the balance, don't you? So it's lovely to be able to walk outside every now and again, see what Jackie's up to in the garden, in the plot, and I mean, I've got my little indoor garden and cooking going, so that works really well. Yeah.
Right then.
Yes.
Right then, everybody. That was just our little catch up.
Yeah, a bit of potty talk.
And hope you're all right, like I say. And give us some comments and let us know what you're doing in the lockdown, or are you starting something new? Have you found a new hobby? Let us know. Oh, one more thing. Is there any good films that that you've watched on Netflix?
Netflix, you're after a Netflix recommendation.
Any good Netflix, like a good sort of a thriller or something like that, a really good one.
Oh yeah, good one, yeah.
So drop us a comment if you know any good Netflix or series, actually, good ones.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the next one, everyone. You take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.